This IMU theory will blow your mind. Why Lily's picture is so important. The currently vague events of the Void Century are known to every fan of the series. 900 years before the start of the main story, there existed an ancient kingdom that held all the power in the world and was more technologically advanced than any other nation on the planet, which is likely the reason it was seen as a threat to much of the world. Due to this, 20 kingdoms banded together in an alliance to take this empire down and enforce their own laws onto the world, which seem to have been ruled by a street. IMU of the Nerona dynasty. One of these kingdoms was Alabasta, which was ruled by Nefeltari Lily at the time. The 20 nations were successful in defeating the ancient kingdom and proceeded to expunge knowledge of it in the rest of the Void Century, with the rulers all moving atop the red line into Sacred Marioi. However, Lily decided to forego this and wanted to return to Alabasta but mysteriously disappeared before doing so. It is implied that Lily came at odds with IMU and the rest of the ancestors of the celestial dragons, so was accordingly dealt with. However, before any of this, Lily was able to somehow disperse the poneglyphs across the world that contained the forgotten history, which IMU attributes to being a mistake that changed the course of everything. Though it is merely conjecture at this point, many fans believe that, despite initially being his enemy, Lily's mind and allegiance were eventually swayed by Jouboy after he told her of the injustices that IMU and the others want to inflict onto the world. This may have led to her defecting to the other side and dispersing the poneglyphs, causing IMU to eliminate her. However, this begs the question, why would IMU have her portrait in his chambers? IMU and Lily's possible connection. Many fans in the One Piece community believe that IMU and Lily's connection may be more than just knowing each other due to being two of the 20 nations that formed the world government. The theory here states that for one reason or another, IMU was in love with Lily and may have even been set up to marry her. However, Jouboy's addition to the fray may have changed everything. Due to Jouboy's influence, Lily may have had a change of heart, causing her to go against every one of her allies and become the person responsible for why any semblance of knowledge of the Void Century still exists to this day. The truth of the world and the Void Century is something that IMU cannot risk getting out to the public, which is why the deciphering of the poneglyphs is the greatest crime known to the world. However, the theory states that IMU never truly stopped loving Lily or at least always craved something that she had, leading to why he keeps her portrait even 800 years after she died. Coincidentally, this does seem to make sense with how he held Vivi's wanted poster. Back in chapter 908, the posters IMU had were all desecrated in one way or another, with Luffy and Blackbeard being all cut up and Shirahoshi stabbed with a knife through her head. However, Vivi's poster was still intact and was even held up by IMU, perhaps strengthening this theory. At that stage, Luffy was known to be Jouboy reincarnated, so why would IMU toss away his poster while keeping Vivi's intact? The vague image fans have seen of Lily is a little obscured, but even through it, it's quite clear that she and Vivi share a remarkable resemblance, so it does strengthen the idea that IMU would be more interested in Vivi than Luffy himself, especially if he was in love with Lily all those centuries ago.